Okay, I'm gonna extend this view. Oh no, I can't extend it because it's wired to the microphone. Maybe that's not a good idea. But I really can. Let's try this. Maybe then I can extend it. Let's see here. Maybe this is more useful. I think it is. I think this will work probably. I wish I had a longer run, but yeah, I'm gonna try this. It's kind of skewed, but you can see where's the ferry? Has it left? Yeah, the ferry isn't there, but it usually is down by the pier down there. But nevertheless, basically I'm just testing this equipment that I have been using in different. I haven't used it much, but now I feel more determined to run with more mercury, so to speak, and communicate. That's how our modern world does it, right? And I have to start somewhere. And yeah, we'll have to start somewhere. It's really, maybe I'll just walk with in this area. I'm really concerned about the weather. It's quite dark clouds up there, so I don't need to use my sunglasses. I'll take them off. Alright, I'm gonna climb down the stairs. Not climb, I'm gonna walk down the stairs, as you can see soon. Yeah, I was thinking earlier, I remember now, I was thinking about talking about relational mindfulness, aka circling. And I remember I was taking, with the Circling Institute, I took the practitioner training, the year-long training. I think it's about 4 years ago now. And it's quite amazing. I remember Guy Sengstock said at some point in the training, yeah, now you're able to circle yourself. And I was thinking about the applicability of this training, how applicable it is, and how how much like was going on in this training on so many levels, and how incredible it's been for my life, and how the usefulness of this training it deepens your capacity to relate to the world, and that's quite something, you know. To be able to relate to the world. Wow. Hope I'm not coming across as grandiose, but I can't think about anything more useful than to be able to relate to the world better. And also how when you get into situations that feels very challenging, if you're kind of wherever you find yourself, emotionally, and you can start to get curious about what's going on in yourself and in relating to yourself and to others. And if you get this if you cultivate this this way of being, you start to deepen your existence, I want to say, and I think that's true. Like existentially, and I'm not talking about ideas, I'm talking about the felt sense of existing as a human being in the world. That's way beyond propositions and good ideas and philosophy. Or maybe not. Yeah. I think philosophy of phenomenology is you can. There it's more like first-person experiences, so that's applicable. Or yeah, that's more like losing my train of thoughts. But what do I want to say and why I'm talking about this? I just want, I think finding works of Lawrence Hillman so pragmatic and usable and applicable. And when you can apply this kind of knowing, your cognition starts to respond in different ways. And the world gets more nuanced and not like one-sided. The sense of wonder about like being a human can gonna start to expand. I notice I'm kind of hesitating to continue walking into the city, and people are looking and probably yeah, I'm not gonna project onto people. I have no idea actually what they're thinking. So I'm gonna stop myself from projecting all kinds of shit that I don't know anything about. I'm just being unknown, in the unknowing. So I can I was talking earlier about Mercury and the ability to make two into one. And if you think about two, right? The inner and outer, that's two opposites in our perception or thinking. The dualistic worldview is how we're living most of the time. And the bridge, because the bridge between the outer and inner is actually our imagination. That's how we can perceive, like if we look at something. I'm gonna see if I can find an example and try to articulate what I've been learning about. Like this tree, for instance. See the tree behind me there. How do we know that that's like, because in our perception we can't see around the tree, but our mind lets us know that this is something round, like it is, but it makes this shape, and that's our imagination at a very that makes that we can that we can know, our cognition can know that it's a round shape, but we can't see it. But it looks, but we imagine, our cognition imagines that it's round, and that tells us something, how deeply coupled our imagination and our perception is. And we usually think of imagination as something that takes us away from reality, but that's quite the opposite. It makes us more rational. It sounds like a paradox, but it makes total sense. And the reason cognitive science has concluded, maybe it's too hard to say concluded, I think, or that cognitive science has proven this. In the words of Jonathan John Vervaeke has a lot of super, and not he's not alone about this. More and more people are kind of realizing that cognitive science can prove why religion is something that's very useful for our minds, and spirituality and imagination is actually something that's makes us more rational as human beings. And that's quite amazing. I think it's a lot of inspiration and aspiration for me in this work. And I'm trying to make my own version, or at some point I'm going to present at some point I'm going to present a course, a workshop about how we can get into participation with our imagination. That's both healing, engaging, inspiring, and transform our relationship to ourselves and to others and to the world. That's my aspiration. That's where I'm moving towards. And I think I'm done with sharing now, because I'm just gonna enjoy the sun. The sun is starting to shine again. I'm noticing it felt good to have that starting to get a little cold. Okay, thank you for your attention, and I wish you a good day.